Yep.
And Ready, you don't have to answer anything that you don't want to. Alright, if they don't ask for more information than you provided, then go for it. Alright, that's filming. You two are on. We're good to go. Let's go.
What do you expect from the team this year?
I expect to be competitive. Expect to be 500, if not make the state playoffs. Next question.
Who do you think your favorite players in the season so far?
My favorite players? Well, they're all teams, so I don't think I have a favorite player. None of them have come over and
Like your more talented players.
Okay. My more talented players, I would probably say, are Katie Boudreau, maybe Kelly Marks. They both did very well last year in hitting. I expect the same thing this year. Next question.
Do you have any star players this season that had like a real breakout season?
Not yet, because we haven't really started our season, but in scrimmages you get to learn a lot of different things about the players. And there are two sophomores on the team that are playing middle infield, Gab Garacino and Colleen Doucette. They're playing shortstop and second base respectively. And from what I've seen so far, they're looking pretty good as sophomores.
Do you think you have a good bond with your players?
I would think so. One of the things we did this year that was a lot different is every player in the program climbed that 12-foot wall outside. So they had to figure out a way to get over that 12-foot wall. We're also going to Florida, which should help increase or solidify that bond that we do have.
Do you go hard in practice?
I don't. Okay, because I'm very old and I'm out of my element. However, I think practice translates to what happens in a game. I don't know if you know, but just the other day we won 6-2 against Pinelands, who was #1 in their region last year. So if that's any testament of how hard they're going in practice, you can't play real well unless you practice real well. And that's been my philosophy.
What do you think about your upcoming underclassmen?
I think we have some really talented players, but they still need to learn the game. I don't know if their mindset is ready for varsity, but I think in a couple of years you're going to see Mainland put some exclamation points on the softball program.
Do you think any of your players can play at the college level, whether it be underclassmen or seniors?
Yeah, I do believe that there are a few that could play at the college level. Of course, the college level has different divisions. I would think that maybe one would be a Division I player, maybe one that would be Katie, and the rest right now are developing. I'm sure a lot of them can play Division III college level, but I don't know about 2 or 1 for anybody right now. I would probably say just Katie at the Division I level.
Are there any important games this season, like specific games this season that you would like to win?
Absolutely. I would like to sweep Holy Spirit, because Holy Spirit, the coach that took over this year is a new coach, who I coached his daughter when she was here, or daughters when they were here, and I think it would be nice and sweet to beat them. One of the games of which is in our pink game.
How do you prepare the team this season with missing senior players?
I don't know if there's a certain or different preparing thing that you do. It's just that people decide that they want to go to different roads and not come out and be people, and you got to expect that. If your heart's not in it, you can't play. So, and I think the girls that have come out this year, one of the things is that one of our big slogans is to believe, not only in the softball program, but within themselves. So I don't know if there's a certain way to prepare for kids not coming out. However, it happens, and we move on.
What made you choose to coach softball?
I played competitive softball, fast pitch softball at a men's league at 18, and I played till I was about 21. And this was up north. It was very competitive, and that made me really love the game. Then I decided to be an umpire for a couple of years and learned all the rules. And then I coached up north. I coached for about 8 years, and I coached down here for 8 years. So I've been actually coaching at the high school level for 16 years, and I played for about 3 or 4.
This is a follow-up. With that experience, do you think that gives you an edge from other coaches and other schools?
I'd like to hope so. I'd like to think so, but all the other coaches have some experience just like mine. If you brought any other coach in here for this conference, I'm sure they would have some type of experience to come to this table with and say how they got involved in softball or stuff. I mean, I'll give you an example. Some people may say, well, I have a disadvantage because I never played competitive, like girls softball. Well, Bella Crioli never did gymnastics, but he's one of the best coaches in the world at gymnastics. So I don't know if there's that big of a, you know, you get your college, you get a lot of female coaches because they played in college. I don't know, just because you played doesn't mean you're a good coach, you know. But I do feel I have an edge. I feel like, you know, my knowledge of the game is very intense and very extensive. So, you know, we'll see.
What have you learned from coaching the sport over the years?
I learned that girls are a lot different than boys. I learned that you can keep pushing harder. I sometimes think that girls don't realize their potential as much as boys, and you got to push harder. But I also learned that you got to be more sensitive. So those are a couple things that I did learn, and I'm learning every day. You learn every day, every game, every practice. I learn.
How do you feel about the competition this year?